Trump received the surge, not her.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
That's not what I saw.
Okay. Yeah. Now. Oh,
So,
yeah.
so we have to get together on that.
Coach Buie, can you I know I'm baffled because after the cat and dog statement, you know, I was like, this dude, he done lost seriously. But how do you figure that happened, Coach? A 14% surge?
Well, I'm looking all everything says early polls say she won the debate. She winds the lead over Trump. Where you get your information that he surged?
The New York Post.
We need to compare notes. We need to compare notes after this.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you're asking me about the cats, where the cats come from?
Yeah, I mean that was crazy as hell.
It comes from. I'm gonna tell you. It comes from people trying to drum up little conspiracy theories so that they can create a little sensation. So this guy walks around with some animal talking about they over here eating these things, and then you see I saw the video. This was supposed to happen in Springfield, Illinois, something like that. I saw the video where some people out in the parking lot. You see lights. You don't really see who the police are supposed to be. People fake up videos all the time. And you went to the city manager. The city manager said there are no credible reports of Haitians eating cats. So you had this one little trumped up video to somebody. Trump is the key word.
Yeah, they almost got me with that one too.
And then that didn't even happen in Springfield.
They almost got me with that one too, Coach. I can admit that one. They almost got me with that. Okay, y'all. The next question.
I just think that we don't have to be gullible about that stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to speak real quick on what was said about. I agree 100% with Mr. James when he says that they should not take for granted that we're going to vote for somebody just because they're black. Black people do not vote like that. We didn't vote for Herman Cain. We didn't vote for Dr. Ben Carson. We didn't vote for Alan Keyes. We vote as our self-interest. Just what he's saying, what his self-interest is, and he's disillusioned, disenchanted by things. But some of us are still hopeful that we can select the best party that's possible that would help our interests. And yes, Abraham Lincoln was a party of the Republican Party, but over time, when it came to Strom Thurmond and his shenanigans and the Dixiecrats and how they started shifting allegiances, it's walked around to where the party that does more for civil rights and to benefit the middle class and poor are Democrats. Republicans are the ones that try to drag down regulations because they want businesses to be able to run all over you. They're the ones that want to give tax breaks to the wealthy where they only paying 8%, while you and I pay 20 and 30% on our taxes.
That's crazy. That's crazy right there.
So that is the reason. That is the reason why I go with the Democrats, because they have policies that benefit middle and poor more than the Republicans do. Republicans don't even want to give poor kids lunches in school.
Okay. Now, I agree with a lot you said, Coach. Now, the next question is, we got exactly 16 minutes, okay? And I got 2 more questions. I'm going to give you guys even amount of time. The next question is, do you feel that these endorsements, like you noticed that Taylor Swift waited till after the debate to make her decision to go public, these endorsements from Little John, John Legend, Megan Thee Stallion, and Taylor Swift, very influential celebrities, are going to take an effect on the voters? Starting with you, Mr. James, briefly.
I don't think so. No. I mean, if I were running for something, that's exactly what I would bring on. I'd bring on Megan Thee Stallion to be my spokesperson. No, yeah, who do you think you're fooling? All black folks ain't idiots. Yeah, I don't care if somebody can shake their butt. I want to know if somebody can give us, and right now specifically, and I generally talk about black folks because we're the ones that house is burning, and the next door neighbor, I'm not putting water on their house. I'm talking about us specifically. What can you do for us? Because we're so far behind. I mean, in everything you see, the wealth gap, we're at the bottom of everything. And we're the people who built this country. Period. That's not even a debate.
Nope. True.
Okay, now.
And I just quickly let me go to
Go ahead.
cats and dogs.
Go ahead.
5 minutes before the debate, I can't help it if Trump has no clue about how to say shit. But 5 minutes before the debate, if I had said to you, I don't go to certain restaurants because I don't know what kind of stuff they putting in their food, you would have laughed and giggled with me. Now the idiot says it in a certain way, and he specifically said Haitians. And get out of here. It's the Chinese. I watch cooking shows all the time. They'll eat anything from vermin to anything that walks across. They'll eat. I know specifically that the people have been caught feeding cats and dogs in their restaurants. That's not a hoax. That's a fact from things. So, but the idiot makes it. He can't even say it right because immigrants are going to bring their traditions to where they're going, and if that's what we have to do. That's why I'm so against being en masse. Bring a small amount of people.
He said Haitians, though. He didn't say Asians. He just said Haitians.
Well, everything that I've heard.
Yeah, he said that, Coach. He said Haitians and Asians. Yeah. I mean, James said Haitians.
Yeah.
He said Haitians. Okay. Yeah, but you know what though? I'm gonna tell you that Chinese pepper steak. That beef don't taste nothing like no other beef I ever seen before, and that general. I'm trying to tell you, man, and that General Tao and what's it called? Egg Foo Young. That could be all the whole Young family and General Tao family.
I traveled to China in 2019 just before COVID, and what Mr. James is saying is correct. You walk in the city market, and you'll be surprised at all kinds of animals and insects that they would have out there selling. And they have it in the open air with flies flying around it.
Wow. Okay.
And when I used to travel up and down the road, so there's facts that people have those cultures, and the kids would pee right there on the side in the street in front of you.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Coach. While you talking, Coach?
I'm sorry, sir. Just quickly, just real fast. I was in Africa. And I was at the bequest of the president of Gabon. I was there, and one of the things they served was cat. I said, maybe not house cat, but it was some kind of cat. And I said, no, thank you. That's what you eat. That's what you eat. I'm not mad at you for that. But
exactly.
In the norm here in the United States, if you're going to come here, you have to address yourself to the norms that we have established. That's
right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know when I
here and sell to American people, don't feed us cats and dogs.
Right. I know in Korea. I
won't even eat horse, and I said Canada eats horses.
Yeah, right. And I know when I was in Korea, we had bulgogi and kegogi, which is cat or either dogs. Okay. Coach.
You had a question for me?
Yeah. While you're talking already, Coach. Do you think, same question, do you think that these are celebrity endorsers are going to influence the voters?
I think that it might encourage some young people to go register to vote, but most people agree it probably is not going to move the needle a whole lot. I know there was supposed to be a surge of people that registered to vote. That's great, but young people, even though if you remember when you're young, you get excited about a thing for a time, and then that kind of dies off like a fad, and then you might not feel like getting out of bed to go to vote. Where me or Sam or whoever else here does intend to vote, we're going to make a point to do it if we intend to do it. So I really don't think celebrity endorsements really move the needle again, and also because sometimes there's backlash behind that. You know, when I find out that Chuck Norris, a guy that I love his acting, is a diehard far right guy, you know, that kind of, I feel some kind of way about that, and I kind of pull back because the people are entitled to opinions, but a lot of people can't do that. They're turned off by it. So no, I think it doesn't move the needle a whole lot. That's my opinion.
Okay. Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris. Okay, and there's a surge in youth, which will probably more than likely part of the 8.4 million followers that she has, and that's just on one social platform, probably are going to vote for Kamala Harris because Taylor Swift endorsed her. That's all I'm saying. So I think there is a little bit of influence.
Well, you know, a lot of people that are conservative that like Taylor Swift said they love her and they still follow her, but they're still going to vote for Trump. So
okay,
that's a good question, Vince. I don't know.
Okay, all right, Mr. Blue. Same question.
I feel it has zero impact. I mean, think about Hillary Clinton back in 2015. She got an endorsement from Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know, Beyonce is one of the largest, you know, black artists on earth, and that did nothing. You know, so, and when we look at 2020, as what Michael was saying earlier, remember The Rock endorsed Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And he came out, he's like, he'll never make that mistake again.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, kind of like how Brother Malcolm X said, he's like, you know, in the black community, especially, we're the only ones who they look to our comedians and entertainers to actually be our leaders. And instead of looking at people like Thomas Sowell and stuff, he's like, you look at the Asian people, Jewish people, white people, nobody uses those people to be their leaders. We're the only ones, and I think they feel that because that's what they expect of us. Like we're literally, as Mr. James said earlier, Dr. James said earlier, we have voted as a group the same way for almost 100 years. And 100 years later from when we started doing that, we are still dead last in wealth. We are still dead last in ownership. We are still dead, and we're the only race, I'm not going to say nationality because that's American, but we're the only race that votes on emotion. And we're the only race that struggles more than any other race. So I think the numbers, when we look at those, you know, that's why I just got my voter registration card. It says unaffiliated. I'm not independent, Republican, or Democrat because I said, you're going to earn my vote. I'm not just going to give it away. And I feel like us in the black community, if more of us do that, now they're going to start taking us serious. Because when that young lady interviewed Kamala Harris back in 2019 when she was running for president, the clip that Michael played, I watched the whole 49-minute interview with the young sister. And she was answering when she asked Kamala, is she going to support reparations if she gets elected president? That's where the whole conversation from that clip came from. It was about her asking about reparations.
Okay.
So
that's another topic because my producer, my engineer is telling me we're running out of time and I got to give Keiana a chance to answer the question. Do you feel that celebrity endorsements with millions and millions of followers are going to affect the vote? Briefly.
I don't think it's going to affect the vote too much. Taylor Swift, she does have a huge fan base, about 240 million followers on Instagram, 90 million on Twitter. She's got 27.8 million likes on Facebook. You also have other celebrities that are endorsing her, but at the end of the day, everybody's going to have like Blue said, you're going to have to earn that vote, because everybody's going to have to see what the policies is. How's this going to benefit me and my family? How's it going to affect my family? And you're just going to have to make a really educated guess or decision on who's going to really hold up to what they said they're going to do.
Well, let me tell y'all, everybody, it's been very controversial but informative. I learned something from each one of you guys, and learned how to tone my opinion down also a lot. As you notice that my demeanor and a situation with being so strongly, now I wouldn't say supporting Trump, but liking Trump is he's such a dummy. If he learned how to put his mouth in check, I'm learning a lot from that dude. You know, he's taking away his power with his mouth. If he just went the issue, stated that, and then not let her. Trump's problem is he let her antagonize him, and he let her get under his skin. You know,
he didn't even himself on the 4 years of how he was able to help the economy, because he was so moved.
Right. He didn't bring none of that up. How bad it is now and how good it was then. He didn't bring none of that up. The bottom line is neither one of them did. No.
Trump had the higher deficits than any president.
The deficit.
So he says that stuff, and y'all just buy it without.
No. It's true. I felt it in my pockets and my accounts. The deficit was high, but inflation was low. Everything that matters low. We can owe them. They've been owing us for years. We can owe them. The deficit don't matter, but anyway.
Well, you know, when things are happening that depress your economy, inflation is going to go down. Okay. So inflation is going to rise because people are spending money because things are good. We just can't stop spending. Oh, I got money now.
But
I got jobs.
Coach, she's been the president and the vice president for 3.5 years. And now
she been president. She has not been no president.
She was the president. He wasn't president. Biden was president. Okay,
that's another one of those.
Okay, look, all right. Anyway, she was vice president. She said day one. Day one was when she became vice president. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, next week, y'all.
That's why your mic cutting out.
On the 19th next week, we're going to be dissecting Agenda 47. So all the viewers, I hope y'all tune in, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. All right, the 19th Thursday.
Good job, everybody.
Same time.
Enjoyed you guys.
Same viewing station. Peace, love, and hair grease.